Good morning, guys. Happy Saturday morning. Rain stopped. Guess that means I get to get some work done again. But no, the rain was much needed and wanted here. So this came out last night, and of course, typical Friday berry stuff in the weekend. The FDA, Food and Drug Administration, okay, the commissioner of the FDA said that baby shortage formula now could keep going on until July. And I know you guys are like, oh crap, not another baby formula video on a prepper channel. But no, that's not what I'm talking about. It's a point I'm trying to make. If the government can't step in to help for a single product like baby formula to feed a very specific group of people, i.e., infants, how in the hell do these people think the government is going to come to their rescue to feed the masses? Because, infants are pretty particular about what they eat. It's got to be breast milk, if possible, or formula. You can't put a T-bone down in front of, a 2-month-old. You can't give them a carrot and say, here, eat that. All right. One product, baby formula. Now, granted, yes, I know Similac or Enfamil or, whatever would be. There's different ones, different brands of it, but it's basically the same thing. If the government can't help do that, how in the world is the government going to be able to take care of 330 million people who all of a sudden don't have food? Because it's the same reason for the Similac problems, for the baby food problems, that it is for the rest of the food problems, okay? Supply chain pressures, shortage of workers, and as they keep on saying, the COVID panic or pandemic, okay, I mean, COVID for all intents and purposes over, all right? But the rest of the stuff is self-inflicted, all right? The shortage of workers, the supply chain, that's self-inflicted by the government because they haven't done anything to fix it, all right? Now, what gets even sillier on this is there was a study done, a survey, I guess, if you will, of different age groups of what they thought they would need to retire. All right, now these two tie together, believe it or not. Baby boomers said they needed about $750,000 in the bank to retire. Okay. Gen X, my generation, said about $500,000. Millennials said 300,000. Now, the numbers are completely backwards because you would think that the Gen Xers would need less because they are living on today's prices. The millennials, $300,000 would be $300,000. If you put $300,000 $1 bills under your mattress today, 40 years from now, it's still going to be $300,000 $1 bills. What the spending power of that is going to be completely different. I don't know where millennials think all this help is coming from unless they are perfectly happy with the you will own nothing and be happy with it, because then you wouldn't have the 300,000 either. But to go through life thinking somebody else is going to save your butt. Somebody else needs to pay off my student loans. Somebody needs to pay my mortgage. I need housing assistance. I need a free phone. I need a free car. Whatever would be. I need food stamps. And this is a lifestyle choice. I'm not talking about people that get there temporarily or something like that. That's a different animal. All right, that's what it was meant for in the first place. But the people who've made a lifestyle choice that the government is going to be there to help them, like the millennials, $300,000 in when they retire 40 years from now. ain't going to be squat. I mean, go back 40 years ago, guys, the 1980s. Think about that. Remember the TV show, The $6 Million Man? That was a lot of money. $6 million made bionic Steve Austin. $6 million now, you can spit and hit a millionaire these days. Okay. Not a big deal. All right. You know, if they ever made a remake of the TV show, it'd have to be the $6 billion Man or the $6 trillion man. That would be the only way to do it. $6 million is nothing. Okay. I mean, yes, it's something, don't get me wrong. But I mean, in the big scheme of things, you know, Mark Zuckerberg carries that in pocket change, you know, in his billfold. But this is what I'm getting to with this. The government is not going to be there to help. And all these people that think it is, that, oh, they'll save us from the food crisis. Don't worry, the government's got it under control. This is the United States. We'll never run out of food. This is the United States. We'll never run out of gasoline. Don't be so sure. What are we already talking? We are now at 8 weeks until the world's wheat supply ends. Talk about crop planning. Crop planning's crap this year. Last year's harvest was crap. Winter wheat harvest was crap. Guess what? This year's harvest doesn't look any better. Okay? At least for the major farmers. I mean, fortunately, the weather's been decent enough for me that my garden's okay. Okay, hopefully I've heard from a lot of you guys that you're having good gardening years, and that makes me thrilled. All right. The government is not coming to save anybody. So what are these people going to do when the government isn't there? Oh, they may go burn, loot, and murder. They may go riot in the streets, you know, at the grocery stores, whatever it would be. But they're still going to need food. And when there isn't the food in the stores, they're going to start looking other places and go, ah, he's got a garden. Ah, he's got chickens. Ah, he's got a cow. He's got an apple tree, whatever it is. That's what's coming. Sooner than you think, like fall. All right. I mean, that's how close we are, because one of two things is going to happen in the grocery stores. Either there isn't going to be any food, or what food is going to be there is going to be so prohibitively expensive that nobody's going to be able to afford it. What did I tell you the other day about France now starting to give out food stamps? 12% of the country is now on food stamps. We're already at 12% of the country in the United States, guys. When they start to, let's say we get up to 25% of the country on food stamps. Now you start talking Great Depression numbers, guys. That's where we're headed with this. And the government, the Biden administration, has no freaking answer to this. Now, I'll give them this. Don't go into HARP or anything like that. They can't control the weather. Which I'm saying, don't go into HARP. I mean, the fact that it's rained extensively in the Plain States, or the fact that there's a drought out west, I'm not going to blame Biden for that, okay? I'm not that foolish. But the regulations, the the trying to get rid of internal combustion engines, the diesel problem we have, the supply chain problem where farmers can't get parts for tractors or can't get tractors at all. The roosters are coming home, guys. I mean, this is it. This is all going to come bite us in the butt. And a lot of people don't see it. A lot of people think, hey, you know, the government will bail me out. The government can't get baby formula right. Powdered milk, guys. If they can't get milk right, how in the hell do you think they're going to get anything else right? Put up as much as you possibly can. Figure out a plan. Figure out what you're going to eat and keep stocking it to the rafters. Pinball out.